What up, folks? Running some quick MyLeague, man. I decided to start it over with the current rosters, and I'm gonna try to go through this whole thing, man. I'm gonna probably do some live as I'm doing today. My day off due to the holiday. Got my 2-year-old here with me, so you guys might hear him in the background, and I probably won't do too much commentary. But
It's
yeah, I'm
the
gonna try to
2K
run
Sports pregame
a
show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to
basically
2K
run
Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is
a
my pleasure
MyLeague
to
with
be
the
with Shaquille
Sixers and
O'Neal
see what we
and
can do with them.
Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And for the Sixers, this is a team that is relentless in attacking the basket, one of the hallmarks of the team's philosophy. When they go at the rim with that kind of effort, Shaq, what does it do for their offense?
Ernie, it allows them multiple options. They're tougher to contain. They actually led the league last season in drives to the basket. They are relentless, and they finish very hard at the rim.
Yeah, everyone on that team can attack the rim. They seem real comfortable at that, Ernie. But, one thing that they don't have is an outside threat, and that would loosen things up for the
in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a good outing against the Pistons in Detroit. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And Kevin, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Jazz. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on a fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And we all know Utah is a very young team. Last year, only the 76ers were younger. Still very competitive given the age and the lack of experience from this group.
Okafor dishes to Covington. Out to the wing. Cannon kicks to Covington. Out left to the wing. Cannon, the pass to Okafor. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Clark, an interesting fact about the Jazz and their age last year. At one point, they didn't even have the oldest starting 5 in the state of Utah. Now think of this. The starting 5 of BYU, Greg and I were just talking about this, had an older average than Utah did.
Yeah, amazing. You look at the ages of Exum and Gobert and Favors. Makes sense that would be the case.
He misses the free throw.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston, Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while, an international player. Now, here's Marshall. 5 on the clock. Cannon dishes to Marshall. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Favors. So here's Burks. Back to Favors. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Okafor. Shot is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. It's been a slow start here for Utah. Looking for the first basket of the game. Gobert with a screen on Grant. Burke can't get it to go.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Here's Covington. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Here's Okafor. The shot from the low post is good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, there are those who wonder if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just 1 basket away from winning it all.
Going back to Hayward, he took that buzzer-beating half-court shot, Clark, that would have won his school the championship. You actually called that game, and it did hit the backboard and rim, but unfortunately did not go in.
Well, Hayward's the kind of guy who's willing to put his team on his back and try to carry him. He's willing to take that responsibility on. Whether he can deliver at the highest level, time will tell.
He hits the second from the line. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark, last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. Only a small number of guys are really max contract players in the NBA.
And he gets the bucket.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
And Marshall kicks to Cannon. He feeds it to Grant. Now Marshall to the right side. Pass to Cannon. 4 on the clock. Takes it from 10. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentages. Percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
Whether Hayward is a true back, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved too. He'll need another year of development.
My player looks old. I'm confused. What are you talking about? My player?
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know what? A lot of 3-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those 3-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And checking out the stats for Burke, how he performed last season. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Well, you want a guy to come in who knows how to run the offense intelligently, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of like how you ran things, Greg.
Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Trevor Booker comes in for Gobert, and it's Dante Exum in for Burke. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there.
The 76ers leading. Dishes to Thompson. Okafor, high post. He is looking for Noel and finds him. And the 76ers call time here. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
Jeff Withy, he's checked in for Derek Favors. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The 76ers.
Yeah, man. Steelers had a chance to win, man.
I don't know if the
they had a chance.
Told the story.
You know,
I mean, their defense
I had said before I didn't think we would win, but, you know, I never thought the game would turn out the way it would. So they had a chance, you know. Turnovers kill you.
Here's Booker, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
A lot of NBA teams have been outright buying developmental league teams. I mean, the Jazz did that last season. They purchased the Idaho Stampede last March, and we see more and more of that happening. One-on-one affiliations between D-League teams and NBA teams.
Well, last year the Jazz acquired the Stampede from the D-League. It makes sense. They'll have a designated place now to develop all their young talent.
And Kevin, it's really a key for the Jazz to have those extra minutes available for all those young talents to get an opportunity to get confidence, but also to learn your system. I think more and more NBA teams will follow this route of buying D-League teams.
Exum kicks to Booker. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Noel. Here's Sampson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim. Utah
trailing here. Exum passes to Booker. Hood dishes to Hayward. 1:44 left in the first. It's deflected. Withy kicks to Hayward. And that one's good. Hayward's got his second basket of the night. For Philadelphia, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. To the paint is Noel. Rebounded by the Jazz. And stolen by Noel. Sampson, the pass to Thompson. Here's Sampson. Back to Thompson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Hood dishes to Hayward. 13 feet away. Booker in the post. Noel on him. And the rejection by Noel. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. That one off the back iron and out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The shot by Hayward, wide open. Another miss by Utah.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
The feed to Noel. Stolen by Withy.
There goes 2K's cheating AI. How the hell they deflect damn near every pass is beyond me.
Missing. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. So the first quarter ends, Clark, tie game in a low-scoring affair so far. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Yeah, I'm going to save that for Terrible Towel Tuesday, man. I'm not going to go into all that right now here in the stream. But, yeah, I'm going to definitely give my thoughts on next season.
Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is too. How far, Trey, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
It's just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blocker, and it does intimidate.
We've got Thompson. Also out there is Ish Smith, and it's Sampson in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And he gets it to go. Smith's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Favors with the screen. Up top, Burks. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Favors. Tries again, and it's blocked. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Thompson with the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, a lot of steals in the first half, really getting after it defensively.
Here's Hood. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Lock at 6. Here's Favors. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Favors has got 4 points now in the quarter. And Philadelphia calls time here.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
Smith kicks to Noel. The pass to Holmes. Smith with a screen on Favors. Off the pick. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish.
I can't necessarily say he should have been subbed out after that. I mean, you know, he made a mistake. You know, some of the Denver players did some similar things. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. He was just trying to make something happen. You know, I didn't think he made too many, you know, ridiculous mistakes other than, you know, he got that ball knocked out in the fumble. Other than that, man, I think, you know, Toussaint played as well as he could.
Here's Holmes. Can't cash in from the high post.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Gobert with a screen on Smith. And the rejection by Noel. Burks' shot is good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys work inside.
Good, man.
Rebounding has been excellent, and that's always
nothing with me, man. A day off means a closed daycare. So I'm here with my 2-year-old.
Thompson outside, shoots the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Thompson's got a pair of triples in the second now for Philadelphia. Burke, the pass to Favors. And here's Burks. Gobert dishes to Burks. He kicks it to Burke. From deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Noel's got his 3rd rebound tonight. The 76ers leading by 3. Smith outside. Inside. Noel passes to Holmes. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Right now they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the 3rd straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Favors. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
Covington kicks to Okafor. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Hayward. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Philadelphia's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Cannon dishes to Grant. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Kicks to Gobert. Out to the right wing. Favors sets the pick for Burks. Shot to stop the drought, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Philadelphia leading by 8. Here's Covington, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here's Burks. Hayward missing again.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
And here are the 76ers now. After Gordon Hayward's 3-pointer, they didn't go. It's tipped. And oh, here we go. Burks got it.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Okafor after the basket by Utah. Now the dish to Marshall. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Feeds to Gobert. Burks kicks to Gobert. Okafor with the steal. And here's the break. And here we go. That's good from Marshall on the assist by Cannon. Marshall's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Favors with the screen. There's the screen. Favors sets the pick for Burks. Down low.
Y'all see that ball morphing right there? No way he dribbles through 2 bodies. Come on, man. These games got to get it together.
I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now, here's Grant. No good. Great D that time from Favors. Jazz trail by 8. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Favors with the screen. Nato. And Okafor with the block. They retain possession. And they get it back. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
This is my league, man. My league.
The Jazz shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And that one falls for Favors. Thompson inside the line. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. 76ers on top, up by 5. Live.
And now, the 2K Sports halftime show.
All right, guys, I'm going to let the halftime run, man. I need to get my little boy some milk and some crackers. That's what he's asking for. Hold on.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some nice stretches of basketball from them, and at one point, they pushed the lead up to 7. They started to take control of the game in the second quarter and pulled away nicely, heading into halftime up by 5. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
All right. Let's get back on it. Yeah, man, 2K, I mean, you know how it goes with the scripted sequences. Live is you know, it's cool, but live is just rough, man. Matter of fact, man, I'll play live after this so you can, you know, get a look, get a chance to take a look at it.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his 3rd season.
I don't know why I shot that right there.
Shooting percentage was up.
That was
then
stupid.
last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
Favors with the screen. Burks the best of Favors. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Favors got it all tied up now for Utah. Now, here's Marshall. Burke covering. For 3, Covington. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. And back to Alec Burks, a guy who entered the league with raw talent. But once the light went on, Greg, he showed the ability to help his team in a number of ways.
Yeah, he's going to be the prototype in terms of a two-way player. He's a guy who can not only score it for you, but he'll rebound and defend it. But what impressed me last season is he averaged 3 assists a game, really looked to make plays for his teammates.
That one is no good.
Even with the miss, he got the
I thought they said it was a
there to put him in
3-pointer. I
front.
thought I was getting 3 shots.
You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. It seems like he's been around forever.
And Marshall kicks to Cannon. Grant outside. He dishes it to Covington. Shot clock at 5. He feeds it to Okafor. Gobert with the block.
You know what else pisses me off, man, about this game? And I mean, maybe it's all basketball games, but it's like the directional passing never matches up. You know, clearly I was trying to pass it to Marshall on that play,
And a few years
and he was sitting in the corner, and they throw it down to Okafor. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's me, but it never seems like I can get the left stick to pass where I want the ball to go. And you don't always have time, man, in my opinion, to do icon passing. It's just my opinion.
And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget. Sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Favors. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Burke. Another miss by Utah.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now here's Noel. Burke covering. Okafor trying to get open. And
now I do like that.
Noel.
I like how I was able to exploit that mismatch and push that guy all the way down in the lane. I love that.
They set the pick.
And I did that just to see if it would work. I wasn't sure it was going to let me do that or not.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Burks has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Jazz.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Cannon. Burks covering. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Get down.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit in the chair right.
Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll
Don't
think
laugh,
twice
'cause you look
about
like you're about to
coming
fall.
into the lane next
Sit down.
time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Okafor. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen them boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
He got right to the cup.
Come on, man. They leaving that middle open.
Favors got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
Yeah.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now, here's Marshall. Burke covering. And that one's good. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Burke, the pass to Burks. Hayward. Here's the one-handed jam.
Come on, Covington, move your feet.
I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Pass to Marshall.
Good Lord.
From deep, and they force the shot clock violation.
I'm sitting there trying to wait for the play to develop.
Oh, no, you hate
Took
to
too
see
long.
that. Those are just the kind of errors that can...
For Favors. Rodney Hood comes in for Alec Burks, and it's Dante Exum in for Burke. Here's Exum. Hayward outside. They set up the screen. Now, here's Exum. Defense is right there. Hayward can't hit.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
There's a a screen by Noel. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Another miss by Philadelphia. Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Hood. Utah the rebound.
Oh, come on, man. Oh my God! Look at this, man. 2K is ridiculous when it comes to that. It's like you know those things are gonna happen every time.
Let's look at the energy stats. How the hustle game.
They kill me with that, man. It's like it's not organic.
Harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive, and they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Grant, he's checked in for the 76ers. Dishes it to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Grant. And he overshot that one, missing.
Man, these guys are not getting open. Even when I call plays. It is Philly, though. So what can I expect?
1:37 left to play here in the third.
Good shot.
Offensive rebound.
Look at that. You see how the rebounds just...
Another miss by Utah.
It's crazy.
76ers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Noel sets a screen for Thompson to end the drought. That one goes. Count.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
There's the pick. Exum kicks to Withy. And that one's
bad defense by me right there.
Withy's got the lead up to 2 now for the Jazz.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
At the elbow, it's Thompson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second-chance points in the league. The Jazz second.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
.35 seconds left to play in the third. Withy dishes to Hood from outside the arc. That is good. Now it's a 5-point Jazz lead.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
There's the pick. Thompson from long range. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A nice shot by Exum.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only
here it is, the 2K AI run.
Thompson from long
bad shot. That was stupid.
Thompson again missing. And we've reached the end of the third. Utah out in front as they end the third quarter with a massive. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The 76ers trail by 7. Grant is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. Then there's Okafor. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And here's Covington from the arc. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Hood. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper, yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
And getting back to Hood over the last 7 outings of the season, he put up 20-plus points a game. He also, Clark, raised his shooting percentage to 45% from the field 91% from the free throw line. Pretty impressive numbers.
Well, he was drafted to be a scorer, Kevin, and you're right, very impressive. If he can do that consistently, that'll be nice value for the 23rd pick.
Now, here's Marshall. Burke covering. Marshall passes to Okafor. Covington in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. That's tipped.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight.
Once again, man, D-pad passing. It's null and void. Look at this shit, man. It's like you can't get and ones, but they get them all. But whatever, I don't even know why I'm even tripping. This is how it works in this game. You know, great game to play, it's fun, but that's how it goes, man.
500 against the Eastern Conference, went 15-15 last season.
As y'all hear my little son going off in the back. Look at, what was that? I even tried to pass out of that. It's like sometimes you get stuck in animations. That's the only one. Well, I can't say the only thing, but that's one of the biggest issues with the game. But that's, you know, that's a lot of sports games that have that. Look, I tried to pass it back to that guy way before I got under the basket. Mason, settle down. But that's how it goes. I mean, you guys know, all of you guys who play 2K, I'm not saying anything new. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's going to be challenging anyway. It's the Sixers. But it's still some craziness that definitely shows up in the ball game.
We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. That's his second personal foul. Now, here's Marshall. Tight defense on him. Okafor kicks to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the wing.
Look, I'm trying to hit. I tried to hit Okafor the first time. You see what I'm saying about the directional passing? Yeah.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Favors with the
screen. You looking at the fish?
Burke dishes to Hayward.
You looking at the fish
Burke
tank?
With the screen for Hayward. Over to the wing. Favors with the screen. Back to Hayward. And yes, sir, that one drops.
They're finding lanes to the
He dribbles through my man. Let's look at this, y'all, because people think I'm crazy. You know, when I talk about 2K or, you know, people say I'm overly critical about all of these sports titles. Let's just take a look at what happens here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Daddy. Yes, sir. Yeah, I see that. Go get Tommy. Again, guys, I got my 2-year-old with me. But look at this. Look at it. The ball, I mean, it not only does it go through him, it never hits the ground. Get what? What are you trying to get? Okay, hold on. But look, now, when it comes to this, my man, you know, his Okafor's hand just goes away from the ball. And these are the things that we talk about, guys, when we say, you know, there's scripted outcome. Why would his hand go this way? His hand clearly goes away from where he's looking. Look. It's just like, and I'm not saying he's supposed to get this block, but I'm saying go straight up and go after the ball. Like he turns his hand away. And some people could say, oh, that's his swat attempt at it or what have you, but nah, man, I'm not buying that. But anyway, we know how these sports games are.
From the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Covington kicks to Okafor. The feed to Grant. Gobert with the block.
They've shown some strength in the
Mason,
paint
stop.
Their work on
Put that back.
Has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Okafor, the pass to Marshall. Gordon Hayward comes up with the
can't hit
rebound.
nothing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah,
What's
they
up,
need a
Hollywood?
basket just to regain some momentum here.
Nothing much, man. Just
Okafor dishes
laughing
to
at these games.
No good.
What
with
the
elbow
hell was
jumper.
that? I didn't even.
That's an excellent challenge right there. Good
No,
job
see,
contesting that
they
shot
gave
by
me
the
that back and then took it away from me. I didn't even. I wasn't even trying to shoot on that
You know,
play.
that turnover
What's wrong
right
with
there
you?
isn't
What?
typical of the performance he's turned in today. In fact, that's his only turnover of the game.
Hold on, man. I gotta check on my little man here. What's up? You can't play with that right now, okay? Go play with your other stuff.
He's done a really good job taking care of the ball.
We gotta take that outside. We have to
Now
take that
Burke.
outside. You can't play with that in the house.
Favors sets the pick for Burke. Hayward on the wing. Misses the three.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have
My
those
goodness.
types of opportunities.
I don't know if it's
presented
my
against your
timing or
defense.
their
And
percentage.
another miss.
They're missing everything.
He's
Must
having
be
a
my
really
timing.
ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Gobert can't hit. The 76ers trail by 17. Covington kicks to Marshall. Here's Grant. And there's the whistle. Foul
That was a
hard on the
huge
shot.
foul
He'll go
right
to the
there.
line. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They
Yeah,
weren't gonna
man,
make
it's
the
like I'm not
playoffs,
trying to-
but they did give other teams some trouble.
It's
You know,
a great point. And how about
beat
going
down
19
2K
after
basketball. I mean, I think I
All-Star
keep it very
break?
consistent with
Another
all of
team
these
that
sports
would've been in
titles.
the playoffs
Right.
if they were in the East.
But you know, it's just
No good on the free throw.
the problems that exist
You know,
in
for
all
the
of these
Jazz, you
sports
mentioned
titles,
their
man.
post-All-Star
For the
break
most part.
surge. I mean, that
And
19
I'm
and
just,
10
you know,
record they
me
had
personally,
after
I'm
the
just of the
break
mindset,
was
man.
good
I'm
enough
ready
for sixth best in the
to
league.
take these games to the next level.
And really, the Jazz
We'll put it down.
were a team nobody wanted to play.
It's time to take
after
these
the
games
break.
to the
They-
next
they were
level.
over
In order to
500
do
against
that,
the rest of the West and
the
had some
element of
big
dynamic
wins
gameplay
over
has to
playoff
be
teams
very
in
prevalent.
the process.
There's the screen.
You know, they have to remove sequences. And
Gobert, the screen.
some company has to figure out how to, you know, get rid of
Comes up
ball
at the off the
morphing
pick.
and
Hey, they
body
got the
clipping
shot.
and
They
all that. I don't
worked
know
off
who's
that
going to figure
pick,
that
but
out.
it
'Cause
just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go
every
down, but
game
you'll
I've
take
ever
that
played
shot
has it,
every
whether it's a
single
sports
time, Greg.
title or
That's
a
good
shooter.
offense.
Grant dishes
They
to
all
Okafor.
have the same
And a
problem.
foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that
And
time,
even like
so he'll
this.
shoot.
Let me show y'all something else here. This is something else that I take a look at. Look at this. I want you to take a look at Okafor and watch how long it takes for him to gather the ball and go up with it. Look at that. Now, I didn't have any control of this. It's when I hit the button. And just me personally, I feel like I should have been able to go up. It's like they put the defender in a better position. I mean, this one is a little questionable. It seemed rather slow. Let's take a look at it again in regular speed. It seems kind of slow to me right there, but I don't know. I could be very picky on that one, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Two right here.
Terrific game for Okafor. He has 9 points and 2 steals.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another
yeah,
level
yeah.
when you get supreme in terms of your stat
And
sheet.
Kelloggese, right? And
Yes.
Kelloggese. Puts it up off the inbound, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Well, clearly, guys, Trey Burke is a guy who is talent, drafted number 9 overall 2013, grew up in Columbus, Ohio, went to the University of Michigan. But so far, you know, Greg, in the NBA, he's been a bit of a tweener.
And that's a great point. And part of the issue is, you know, he was a scoring guard in a point guard's body. And one thing that happens in college when you're the best player, it's a lot easier. Now when you move up to the next level, you have to change what you do on the floor to impact the game. And that's been a challenge for him thus far early in his career.
Interesting. Cannon kicks to Okafor. 4 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unfortunate.
Do I even have to say anything? Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this. Oh man.
Forced error right there,
Like
guys.
I said, guys, I love bad plays, I love errors, I love all that. It's a part of the game, but really?
Jazz leading by 16.
Is it gonna play out like
And
that?
going back to Trey Burke, for a guy with a scoring mindset, he has some limitations there. His field goal percentage was under 40 his first 2 seasons. Part of that is because he doesn't have the explosiveness to get to the rim.
Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Hayward made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with.
So, alright guys, I'm gonna sim this game, go ahead and take the loss, so I can play live. I know my man Neff wanted to see live. I want to try to get a couple more streams in, so this game is over with. I'm gonna go ahead and sim this one. I don't care about the VC in this scenario. And I'll be right back. I'll be right back with live. I'm gonna start a new video. I'll be right back, guys.